Got the TV working, everyone. Oh yeah. I'll turn that down. Is it loud? I'll wait for someone to join in. Tell me that's loud. Whatever. Who cares? Alright, so yeah, I got the LST here. I got the bench full right here. Because I also got the hot bodies. I ran that today. Ran pretty good. I actually have an air filter on it this time. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that down. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, turn that down. These aren't my videos, these are just random ones. Just for the background. Alright, anyone in here yet? Let me check the chat. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of just started this spontaneously. Didn't really prepare for this. I had the TV going, though. TV's fun. You guys like the TV at all? Alright, I gotta switch accounts, hold on. This takes forever on this computer. And I gotta charge it too. Computer's about to die. Pretty good. Oh yeah, I do have the trophy truck as the thumbnail. The trophy truck's behind me. If you guys want to see that, comment it. But that I gotta get to running. Obviously, it's been months since I ran that. Oh yeah, there you go. Like, you can barely really see the TV. What's up, Ranks? What's up, Spencer? Talk about this one right here. Yeah, I got this running, Ranks. You can even believe it. It's all good from, I'm not even going to talk about it. But I do have an air filter on it. I just cut up an old air filter. And it works perfect. Let me turn that. I mean, it's so small. I need a bigger TV. What do you guys say? Bigger TV? What's up, Chino? Yeah, this thing puts around pretty good. I do like this thing. So you'll see this in hopefully this weekend's video. And that'll be the plan. And then of course got the LST. I was running this a lot. It's actually with my cousin. He had the T-Max going until we actually blew up the servo in it. I don't know how that happened, but he was braking and then all of a sudden it just stopped braking. And he had no throttle, so the servo I guess just pooped itself. Can you see the TV, Cheeto? I got it working. Yeah, I just got random YouTube videos playing on it. This is another YouTuber. He built his own trophy truck. These are old though. I don't know if you can really see it. I'll turn down the lights. And you'll see it. That should make it a lot better. I know I'm also vertical too. See if that made anything better. And if I turn them all the way off, position this a little bit this way. You can see it with the lights completely off. I mean, I can see it perfectly fine, just the camera. I might buy another TV, honestly, Chino. I like these little 5-inch TVs, they're pretty nice. I'm gonna turn the lights back on. See if there's any difference. I was just pulling off this air filter right now, because as you can see, it's not blue anymore. This needs a deep clean actually. I might just pull this aside, see if I got another one. Always leave a filter that's like ready to go, just in case something like this happens, where I got a really dirty filter. This one's really dirty. Looks like I wiped my butt with it. Alright, I'll get them away from you, Rinks. It's all good. I have a parent watching me right now. Better store those away. See, I'm looking for filters now. I don't think I have any. No. Yeah, how funny is that? Yeah, so it's my last clean filter because I put these two in the bag. These are both dirty. So yeah, I'm slacking on my filters. I gotta clean all my filters. Hey Malo, what's up? You got Fade 2000. Are you talking about on the TV, Fade? That's actually that's a toy on the TV. That's a trophy truck, or a RC trophy truck. It's not mine. There's another YouTuber that makes them. He actually like stopped posting them a long time ago. It's like Sycon XC, something like that. I have a playlist. You can find all the videos I watch. It's public, so I guess you can stalk. This filter actually looks pretty good. The inner one, the outer one actually not too bad. It's kind of dark. It's not as bad as this though. You can see that one. It kind of bled through. Even the inside looks real rough. This one actually, this one's kind of clean. This one might be going on. I might just, I might just throw this one on. Probably put a little oil on it. Call it. Well, it really doesn't need the oil. It's pretty tacky already. What do you guys say? Throw this one on? Might as well, right? Cheeto's gotta get rid of some, other than LSTs. Everything he's getting rid of, right? The Savages, T-Maxes, Revos. Yeah, you can see these two are quite dirty, and then that one's looking pretty good. Actually, this inner foam don't look too bad. So I might just take out this inner foam, mix it up. Well, let me take a look at this one. I'll give you a chance. They're actually the same. What am I talking about? This one's actually worse. Yeah, let's put that one back. So you're going in now. My last clean air filter. Clean. It's not clean, everyone. Clean enough though. That's what it is. I gotta wash my hands now. These things are sticky. And I'm getting more sticky. This is what I use back here for my air filters. I'll reveal some of my secrets. I know the camera's reversed, but if you flip your eyes the other way, you can kind of see what I'm saying. But yeah, it's this Bell Ray stuff right here. Filter foam. I use this entire quart. It's it's a lot. Doesn't really take a lot for these filters. This thing feels pretty heavy too. I barely used it. That'll probably last me a lifetime. Yeah, a little tip for you guys. Hey OG, what's up? Got OG in here. I'm glad. I'm actually getting a good crowd. I just kind of started this, not really planning on going live, but I know you guys haven't seen the TV yet. You guys can kind of see what's going on. Got Joey's World Tour on it. You guys even know who that is. Honestly, don't recommend watching them. It's a funny video though. Not missing anyone. We got a lot of people in here. Didn't really expect that tonight. It is Friday. Alright, so I'll show you how I apply this stuff. I kind of just do that. And then just get some gloves if I have any. No. Alright, I'm going to use this bag right here. That works too. So, just use something so it doesn't get all over your hands. And you kind of just, massage it in there. Gets all nice and blue. That's what you like to see. I'll just take it off so you can really get it deep in there. Don't be afraid to really, squish it. This filter's a pretty new one. It is a year old, but it's, you know, it's not like the original filters where they just flake away. So this filter's still pretty good. Foam's nice and healthy. Yeah, but that's literally it. Just put a little bit of that Bell Ray stuff on there. There we go. Actually, this filter's 2 years old, my fault. I bought this filter, or maybe 3. I bought this filter when I bought the LST. Like every filter I got with the LST. They're all the, you know, buggy, low C buggy filters. I kind of saw them everywhere, so I'm like, might as well get them. Good filter. A good filter. Oh, damn, I dropped it. Let's get this guy on here. Everything is stainless on this truck, even the little bolt that goes in the filter. And then I kind of just, I don't tighten it because it's just plastic on the inside, so I just get it kind of snug. It kind of wiggles, but as long as it's snug in there, not gonna fall off. I've actually broken the housing by tightening it too much, which, you know, that was pretty stupid. Yeah, there we go. That actually looked good. Looks pretty good. I got my clip right here. That'll go right there. Right on the little mount for it. This thing's actually held up well for me, the little mount. Hasn't broken yet. Can't get the clip in though. Really struggling. There we go. Cool. And kind of just straighten it. There we go. Alright, yeah. So that's the air filter job. Pretty easy. I did not clean it, I kind of just re-oiled it. But I'll go ahead and wash these two. These two are rough. What's up, Michelle? Yeah, I was just hanging out. Nothing crazy going on. I thought that, you know, just inspect the air filters. These two are disgusting. Not looking too good. This one's a little cleaner than the other one, of course. This one, the inside one's gotta be cleaned. But yeah, I'll bag those up so I don't lose them, and then I'll make sure to wash them tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'll probably get a video in. So that's the plan. I haven't posted in a month, I don't think. Anyone know the last time I made a video? It was the RS4 one, so I already know that was a while ago. That just felt like ages ago. Hey Stones, what's up? Yeah, I know, right? Long time no see. It's been, I'd say a month since I posted. Slacking. Really slacking right now. Yeah, but what's new with the LST? If, you know, I don't think I mentioned it, but these springs right here, these are pretty nice springs. They're eBay springs. GMV's the company. But yeah, you know, they're pretty heavy duty. They're like 5th scale, you know, gauge of a spring. So I thought to give them a try. I haven't really jumped it yet, but they do feel a lot stiffer. They're probably equivalent to like the yellow LST springs, or are they green? They're green or yellow, or both. But yeah, these are probably equivalent. They're just longer, so you don't need the spacers. Yeah, they're pretty stiff. Got a good ride height too. So I'll probably stick with those for now. The dual rate custom thing I had before, that didn't really work out with the backflips. Didn't really, you know, the front end wasn't really too springy. I actually made it because the front end did kick up on that jump, so I really made the front end really soft, which actually didn't really help with those. So these will be, these have equal spring rates, so it should work pretty well. Shouldn't really nosedive either, because this will really be nice and springy. The other one liked to nosedive. Yeah, what's everyone else been up to? I feel like it's been ages since I've even gone live, too. $10:35 right now. I might wrap it up at 11, to be honest. Oh yeah, it's good to catch up with you guys. I'll move the LST aside unless you still want to see it. But yeah. Other than that, nothing's really new with it. Actually, the Mach 2 Signet, that actually runs like perfect. It's actually running better than the 454. 454 is just, I just gotta tune it, that's all. Or maybe there's something with the carb. But it's got the air bubbles in it. That's the only issue with the 454. Other than that, LSD's like perfect. But yeah, here's the little hot bodies right here. Bought this back in November. You probably haven't, I've never made a video on it. Only ran it once on the live. But yeah, it's great. I I cut up an old air filter. So I just stuck that in there, and it actually works perfect. Didn't really run it anywhere dusty. I'm kind of avoiding the dust. This is a really clean RC, so I'm going to try to keep it clean. But, I couldn't help myself, so I ran through some dirt. Got a little dirty. Get to really clean it. So I'll do like a deep clean. Just soap and water. That's my deep clean. There's really no need to take this apart. It's pretty clean already as is. But the arms are just dirty. What do you guys think of this little thing though? I know you haven't seen it run, but I'd say it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it is a nice one. What's up, Rob Rismo? Oh, it's hot in there. It's been rainy where I am, so it's nice and cold right now. Well, humid, but with the AC and stuff, pretty cool. I don't think it's been 100 yet. A couple weeks ago it was like 90. Wasn't too bad though. Yeah, what to talk about, right? Yeah, but the test drive I did with this today, it was pretty good. Only ran a tank through it. And these tanks are like extremely small. So yeah, I didn't really get much time in it. Probably 10 minutes, maybe. Oh yeah, it's gotta be hot in LA. Oh, this is a hot bodies. Don't know what model, because when I bought it, I didn't really get any paperwork with it. Just got the car and the remote. But it says right there, hot bodies. Thing's nice, it's quick. I actually got the engine tuned and it's fast. I kind of thought it was slow, but just because, I had it really rich, then I leaned it out. And got more RPMs out of it on the top end. It actually, cruises real nice. The engine's got a, slide carb. So it's really nice. It's not like the RS4 with the rotary carb. It's got good power. The exhaust is kind of cheap. Also, I don't have a gasket for this. It's been leaking like crazy. Oil and all that. So it's just making a mess all over the chassis. Other than that, though, the car's super clean. Probably my cleanest. Besides probably this. Hey Braden, what's up? Yeah, you know I'll bring out the RS4. Might as well. This one I'm hoping to run tomorrow night. Right here. Which this the last car, you know, before I guess I took a break. That's pretty much what it was like. But yeah, I'll get soon. I actually swapped out the tires with these drift ones. So they're, you know, they have zero grip. So they should work pretty well. Also, that's leaking right there. That's interesting. But yeah, other than that though, this thing will slide around nice. I'd like to see how that is. So next video, I'll do some drift shots with it. Probably take it somewhere a little flatter so it'd handle a little better. Try not to crash it every 2 seconds. I'll stay away from like the the high bankings and all that. I haven't tried it with these tires yet. I'd imagine it'll slide real good. I mean, it slid a little bit with the grippy tires. So this should, it'll probably be like it's riding on butter. I'd like to see how it does. But even just on this on my table. And yeah, my table's like kind of like, smooth finish. But yeah, on pavement, should behave, similar. Yeah, I'm sorry. I still haven't fixed the backwards camera. Well, this is right here. This is a stadium truck right here, 110. That's what this is considered. I don't know. Brinks knows the name. If Brinks is in here, he knew the name. He gave it to me. Did some research, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't bought anything in a long time, so like don't watch Rob Rismo's videos. Don't watch that Stone. Well, yeah, go ahead and sub it if you haven't. But he's been picking up a lot of stuff that's like, crazy. What's up, Raw? I haven't done fantasy football in a long time, Malo. You making a league? We need a Nitro League. If Malo's starting a Nitro League, that'll be a pretty good idea. I'll join that. Might just spark something here. I suck at fantasy football. I've also done fantasy baseball too. Actually, I'm better at flipping baseball. I pay more attention to baseball than football. Yeah, it's been a couple of years for me. But I don't think I'm too rusty. As long as I get like a good draft and, get some momentum. And then just forget about my team. That's usually what I do. First week's great, and then I just forget about my team. Yeah, Lightning. Yep. I think it's a Lightning. So Hot Body's Lightning. Rinks said it. I don't know for sure, but I trust your word, Rinks. Because that sounds pretty right. I think it's a Lightning. I couldn't find really many YouTube videos on it. It's weird. And these things are like, they got sway bars in them. This thing's like legit. It's legit alright. I mean, just the placement and everything. I love where the throttle servo is. Got a nice 90-degree angle with the carburetor, so you get, good range. And the steering's right on the side right there, just like the RS4. Same exact like steering linkage. And that one's like a 2008, I think, something like that. That's what the guy told me. Molo won last season, everyone. Don't mess with Molo. I don't think they're rare stones. I mean, maybe. I haven't really been paying attention. But this is the RS43. I'll take off the body. Like, I know the Super RS4s are rare, because those are the ones they took on the track and raced. I don't think these are just like RTR. So they made a crap ton of them. But I think the Super RS4s are the rare ones. Like, the Super RS4 has it on the, the driver's side or the left side, and then this one's got the exhaust on the right side. This is the RTR one. And as you can see, it's not belt drive. It's got the drive shafts for a 4-wheel drive. Which these are easier to make drift cars because you literally just take out the drive shaft in the front. And you got all rear-wheel drive, which I might do. It's not a bad idea. Could do it right now. But, the 4-wheel drive's easier to handle. Obviously, it won't spin out on you and stuff. Better high speed, too. Well, actually, the rear wheel for speed, but, for handling, the 4-wheel's a little better. But yeah, this engine, it kind of runs like a piece of junk. It cuts out a lot. Don't really know why. I mean, I've never, rebuilt these carburetors before. Doesn't really look like there's a lot to them. It's kind of simple, so I don't think there's much that'll go wrong. But there could just be like a O-ring that's missing or something. I didn't really take apart any really carburetor. I just did the engine. But yeah, the car's nice. Other than that, it only cut out like high when it needs fuel. Which that could also be just a priming issue with the tank. I only ran this thing once too, that video. I haven't ran it since. Which I probably should run it again before I film it. But when I, ran it that first time on the video, because usually I run my stuff before filming it, but this one I kind of just went in and, just drove it. Like the LST I drive all the time. But usually when I, give it a beating, I'll obviously film it, just in case something bad happens. Yeah, last weekend I was driving the LST, just, tooting it around. Nothing crazy. But yeah, the RS4 I haven't really touched. The Truggy also I haven't really touched. Back on. But the Truggy just runs good all the time. Those things are really reliable. Not really too worried about that sitting. But I'll see tomorrow. I'll probably run it in the morning, maybe. Don't take my word for it. But hopefully by the night tomorrow I'll have a video for you. That's the plan. If I don't, hold me accountable, please. Let me see all they're saying. I'm kind of zoned in with myself. Yeah, I know. This, just for simplicity, it's a great car. Like an RS43, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for a Super RS4, really. This one's good to beat on, This is a little beater car, which is what it is. Good how scratched it is. It's very scratched. I know I missed a lot, you guys. I'm gonna scan the chat again. What's up, diehard Tima? Yeah, don't help Stones out. Come on. Well, this one I paid $150 for, so that's around what they're priced, I guess, these days. It's a really simple car, though. There's nothing really much to them. Nothing much that'll really go wrong. The suspension's great on it. It's quite realistic, I'd say. 2-speed also. Don't forget that with the 2-speed. You have to actually. I don't think I hit second gear yet, unless it just shifts very early. I gotta check the footage from a month ago, that last video. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember like if I did have a problem with the shifting. Hey, what's up, Logan? Yeah, I got the RS4 out. Just talking about it. Got some drift tires on it, so do some drifting. See how that thing goes. All three, Chino? That's a good deal. Yeah, this one I just paid, for the body alone. The body's sweet on it. I do like it. Thankfully, it's not crazy cracked. Like, a little bit cracked in some areas. But yeah, I got the Spectrum stuff in this, so it's all with my new transmitter. This actually didn't come with a transmitter when I bought it. It's also got the fancy pipe too. But yeah, it does run. That's the main goal. Get it to run. I mean, if you guys got video ideas, take this to some fancy places or jump it. I don't think I'm ready to jump it yet. I could probably figure out like a little tiny ramp to kind of skid over or something. Something cool for you guys. Just back from the skate park? How long were you there, dude? It's like 11. Unless you got a long drive or something. Late night there. Yeah, don't jump it. yeah, maybe I should remove that from my vocabulary. No more jumping it. I got no tracks around me, Stones. I have to build one. Is my clock right? Yeah, it's like 11. 10:53. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, you're too far to hear. Yeah, my phone's a piece of junk. All I said was, it's 11 o'clock. Let's have a late night there. Also got the TV going. I got the fans going in the background. This live stream kind of sucks. But, I kind of just, went with it anyway. Well, I'll shut them off as well. I'll shut the fans off. Maybe that'll make things better. Alright, we should be good. A little less noise. I also walk away and kind of do my own thing. If I stay close to the camera, like I am, I'm like 3 inches away from the camera. You can probably hear me pretty good. It's a little dusty. Yeah, well, it's almost 11. I'm not gonna wrap up just yet. I mean, I don't think there's much new with the trophy truck. Actually, I did put some window nets on it. That's really it. They're not, like, they're just zip tied in there. But I wanted to see how they looked anyway. Yeah, there it is. They're kind of offline. Also, it really rusted on me, the cage. Like, it really did, just flash rust. So yeah, this winter it'll be painted. That's the goal, just paint it this winter. Yeah, I did some running with this too the other day. Actually, like 3 weeks ago. I actually fixed the steering. The steering was giving me like tons of issues, especially like hitting the throttle. I know, like, you know, the last video, I kind of had trouble keeping it straight. But all I did, I just moved the steering horn like back. I have my custom little extension thing right there. And that fixed the geometry a little bit. You can still see, like, when it's fully extended, this wheel's not as straight as it should. Like, one kind of moves more than the other just because of how the steering works. But I have it trimmed out, so, you know, the steering, both wheels are, you know, pretty straight together, so they don't really bind up when turning. That's really the only flaw with this truck. The steering's somewhat fixed. The suspension's really loose now, which feels really good. It's almost like it broke in, which feels nice. I still have the bypass shocks for the rear. I gotta do those. Just weld it in. I'll do it in the winter. And then I can, like, jump it, you know. Get some real height on it. I'll see you, Stones. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping in. I'll have a video tomorrow night, so, you know, stay tuned for that. I'm due for a video, so I better have one uploaded by tomorrow night. If not, it'll be Sunday. Yeah, you know, on the trophy truck, you know. Actually, I did crash it. You know, I forgot about that, yeah. Not sure if the camera picks that up well, but that weld just cracked in half from smashing up the front end. This whole thing bent back, and, you know, it was pretty ugly. So I had to fix that. I never welded it back, I just kind of bent it back into place. It's not really the way it should be, but, you know, it looks fine. Yeah, suspension's really good. Looks pretty good, actually, with the lights and everything. Yeah. No, you guys saw the thumbnail. Looked real nice. The rear also likes to bind up sometimes. Well, that's the transmission, not the rear. Hold on, what's Rink saying right here?
Wasn't Mad Max made in Australia? Yeah. Oh, look at the motivation. How's that? You're gonna go there already.
Oh, what kind of welder? Yeah, this is all MIG welded.
Pretty good.
Everything. Everything's MIG welded. And for the shock weights, so this is where it gets interesting. This is a wacky setup. Because I got these weird, like, springs. They work. I can't really find anything stiffer that they had. Like, for the, you know, the size, like 8th scale. Or, well, 1/10 scale, I mean. I had to go for, like, a, you know. So this is the smallest, or the, you know, the stiffest 1/8 scale spring. Or 1/10, what am I saying? So this is like a Team Associated 1/10 spring. I don't even know. But the shock oil in this one is 50 weight, and then on my bypass it has 100 weight in it. And that actually, you know, these springs are really stiff, so I need a lot of, you know, weight in those bypass shocks. So yeah, it's like 100 weight, and then I got 50 weight in there, so it's like 150 weight together. And the rear is I have 35 weight with the stock spring that came with, which that actually works pretty well. I just got the, these springs are like really stiff. I'll probably try to find a different, shock setup. But it looks good with the bypass shocks. The rears don't need the bypass shocks. If I do add them, I'll probably add like, maybe like a, just a really light weight with a, probably like nothing for a piston. It'd just be like a lot of holes in the piston. Just because it's actually like really good as is. Just the bypass shock would literally just be for looks. And for, because these have the internal springs too, so it can also be like a bump stop. Because this bombs out in the suspension, I could use the bypass shock as a bump stop. Then I wouldn't be afraid jumping it and all that. $15,000? Man. I've never heard that before, seriously. Unless it's like a, I don't know, one of those spot welder things. You seen those in the assembly lines? Those are probably $15,000. Yeah, but this thing, it's coming along. It's still a work in progress. Because I have this battery mount that's got to be welded in still. I just have it zip tied like crazy. Then, of course, the finishing touches, fixing up the damage I've caused. This, came off on one of the bashes. And then, of course, I got the cracked welds up there from the crash. So I was off camera, I was just having some fun with it. That was before I fixed the steering too, so I kind of, the rear wheels just kind of, came loose on me and I just skid off and hit a tree. It's actually, it's crazy how quick I lose on this thing. Like the diff's locked in it, so really any turn it'll just swing out. It's cool though. Oh yeah, so yeah, it must be like a fancy automatic aluminum welder type thing. Oh, well, it was a TIG, yeah. You said it was a TIG. Yeah. So, can't be anything automatic. Yeah, 15,000 for a TIG. That's a lot. Oh, well, I wouldn't consider myself a, well, yeah, I'd probably be better than a Chrysler engineer, but, this thing needs improvements. Like, everything in here could definitely be improved. The suspension I've got dialed down, but, the transmission, which I picked. Obviously, I didn't build it. I picked the transmission for it. That's really the only issue, because, like, right now it's kind of binding up. It should just roll freely. But it's just cheap parts, I guess. That's really it. Once it gets going and it's warm, it rolls fine. I don't know why. This thing's weird. It's really weird. It's not the brakes too. You can see it when the one-way bearing goes and then just kind of locks up again. But I mean, if I force it, it spins. And the mesh is fine. It's just weird. Can't explain to you what it is. And it's not the rear gears at all. I thought it was the rear gears. I got worried for a second. But it wasn't, thankfully. Because it rolls fine going forward. Yeah, but at least the steering's fixed. So hopefully I don't crash it again. It's a lot more, I get a lot more travel now. Before it was like I barely got any steering. travel or whatever you call it. But now I get a lot more, so it's a lot better now. That's the goal. Keep improving. Yeah, right? Yeah, all designed on the top of my shoulders. I never really wrote anything down. The only mock-up work I did was the cage. Because I really didn't want to mess up the cage. And then the rest I just kind of wing it. Like the plates are real ugly. I have some holes that are drilled out like twice, so they're like kind of like big. But other than that, you know, it's still a cool project. The next one I'll build, it's a drag car, like Nitro Bob. I sent him some photos of it. I actually, you know, I've shown it on some lives a long time ago. I think it was a year ago, actually. I kind of bought everything for it. I just need, you know, engines, transmission, suspension. But I bought all the metal and the rear axle for it. Just to mock it up, and the body. Pretty much all the essentials to get things squared up. Because obviously I want the rear end to be squared, and then I square it off, you know, square the front suspension with the rear. That's what I did with this thing. I did the rear first, welded that in, and then I did the front suspension. And the alignment, you know, it really doesn't matter. It's not perfect. Like the front's got camber, just from how it articulates and all that. It all works out. What's up, Rocky Perry? Yeah, you guys, yeah, making railings. Probably use those a lot. I imagine, you know. Hopefully get your money's worth with that Miller. Miller makes good stuff. So yeah, we should be alright with that. Well, I got the, not the C10. I just bought a Chevy Nova body, but I got the tires of the C10 pickup. You know, the Mickey Thompsons. So I got those ones on it. And then that one I was thinking of making a dual engine drag car. Just to make it extra fancy. And then like just put a stupidly big gear on it. See if I can make it fast. Yeah, it'll pretty much be identical kinda to, you know, same rear axle here. I won't have this kind of 4-point where it's long travel. Because you don't need the travel on a drag car. So I have a trailing arm, and then where the sway bar links, it'll just be the shock. So it'll be a short little trailing arm with the shock right on there. Probably, oh, well, the sway bar will be on the arm itself. It won't be on the rear axle like this one. Which all that sway bar does is just limit the torque twist. Kind of see how that axle kind of comes in. You want to keep that thing straight and planted on the ground. So that's all that thing does. Keeps the car from doing this. I mean, it'll still do that if you want it to flex. But I found a pretty good rod that won't, you know, go crazy. It'll handle the torque of the engine. So I got it set up pretty good. If that makes sense. I hope your tooth feels better. That's rough. Well, this is a 4-link. I got a 4-link, and I'll put a 4-link on the drag car, so it'll be pretty much the same. Just the sway bar's in a different spot. Just because I don't need the long travel sway bar. And the long travel links and all that. Then the front end's, you know, obviously independent. With the, you know, your camber link and your steering links. Got some Cranberries karaoke in the chat. Chino and Malo. Never really actually looked underneath. I bent that. Kind of looks a little weird. Looks fine though. It'll be alright. I didn't drill those holes straight either. They're a little bit awkward. I mean, nothing's perfectly square in this truck. But it's close. So at least it'll drive straight. Yeah, it's Raider's favorite song, right? Get the body back on. This body's held up pretty good. Obviously, this thing kind of needs to be tucked in again. That bothers me. Bothers me a little too much. Yep. Oh yeah, where's Ducky? Way back there. There we go. Ducky's now in the spotlight. Thank you, Rocky. Hope your tooth feels better. Just you guys, spend your time here is enough. But yeah, I appreciate the donation. Thank you. I will get Ducky something real nice. Probably another gold chain. Look at that. Ducky loves his gold, I guess. He says it's an investment, so I'll take his word for it. Yeah, thanks. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of stuff to do. It's also getting really late. Yeah, it's 11:14.
Man, this is real. You guys don't make this stuff. No, we don't. We're this bad. You're quite enjoying the roadshow experience. One thing is for sure, people always, talk about it, they go, surely they set that up. Surely that can't.
Singing some tunes in the chat. I love it. I don't think I've really shown you guys the, a stereo setup and all that stuff. Might as well. Got nothing else to do. Try to keep this show going. Take this off the thingy. Tripod. Ducky. Here's the TV right there. A little close up on the TV. Pretty nice. Got a big duck up there. But yeah, here's my stereo stuff right here. This Fisher boombox. It's pretty nice. And of course I got the JVC right here. This is my main cassette deck. Got my turntable up here. Nice Technics. All my records. This one actually has a hole punch through it, so I stuck this little tacky thing over it. It actually matches, so it looks pretty nice. Then this amplifier I just repaired. Actually, I think I posted on the Ducky channel. But yeah, this one's like a 300 watt. This thing's insane. Crank it up. It's noisy. They also have another Technics deck down here. This is like the secondary deck. Play a bunch of tunes off that. Got a whole bunch of tapes down here. I actually just bought these right here. AC/DC, Pink Floyd. Got good stuff down here. Weird Al. I got a Weird Al tape down here. Check that out. Yeah, it's my stereo stuff as is. Probably in a month this is all gonna look totally different. I always shuffle this stuff around. Like I had this one. This one was great, this Nico. But this thing blew a transistor. So I gotta save up for a transistor. I mean, they're like $40. They're not expensive. They're actually easy to replace than those two. Just need a little bit of thermal paste and all that. And here are my speakers. I got these the bottom ones I use, the Sonys. And these Technics ones are really nice too. They just don't have the bass though. These things got a crazy bass. They shake the room. These ones are like a mid-range speaker. So it's got a good low end, but also it's got really good mid-range and high end too. These ones are just all bass. But they sound good too with the tweeters. Yeah, there's my stuff. This doesn't work. I would play this right now, but it don't work. I mean, I can play this right now, actually. Lazy. Do all that. Actually, I'll leave that on. Alright. Anyone want to pick a tape in here? I got a whole lot in here. Just gonna play a few seconds of it. But I got Zeppelin, Midnight Oil, Mike and the Mechanics. I got a bunch of 80s stuff. Got Def Leppard, Pyromania. Got all the classics in here. Dire Straits, Europe. Let me check on the chat. I know it's all in reversed. I'm probably making you guys mad. I do not have The Wall. That's the one I want, Malo. I do not have The Wall. Pink Floyd The Wall. That's the only one I don't have. Play Ducky's favorite song. Yeah, I know. Oh, what could it be? Ducky's been liking some Toto, so told me that was a good one. This tape's actually like brand new too, so it's a good tape. Good sounding tape. Alright, how do I do this with one hand? I've never done this before. Gotta get this guy going. Drop that guy in there. Gotta crank it, of course. I'll start at like 6. 6 and like a half. The needles look real nice on this. This thing gets really loud. Yeah. That's 300 watts right there. It's at 6, it's not even at 10. Dude, it sounds so clean. It's great. And it's all the amp. These speakers are kind of cheap. These I bought for $7. It's actually crazy. These ones are worth like, probably like 50, 60, 70. These are really nice though. These I got gifted to me for free. But yeah. Sounds pretty good. The guitar sounds good. Yeah, the cassettes sound really good on this deck. This deck is from 1979. Or no. Yeah, 1979. Yeah. And it's pretty much all original. I just swapped the belts in it to get it working, and that's all it needed. That's what most cassette decks really need. Just swap the belts because they're rubber belts and they dry. They either dry up or they like goo up. No, I almost bought a reel-to-reel. It was a reel-to-reel or this turntable, and I bought the turntable instead. This is $400 right here, this turntable. The cartridge is from like the 70s, and it's like the best you could get back then. And the whole thing's like brand new. But of course, when I bought it, it was off eBay. And the dude, you know, didn't really package it right, and it got damaged in shipping. Like the corners, I was able to like fix it, but you know, the veneer's like peeling off and stuff. But it's all cracked on the bottom. It's kind of glued up now. And then there's a hole punched through the middle, which was kind of a bummer. But I didn't care. The thing still worked. Like I made, you know, the turntable's all in alignment and everything works. Thankfully, the cartridge didn't get damaged. Cause that's kind of the cartridge alone's like $200. It's insane. I could have bought an LST, but you know, I got this instead. I don't have any police. No. Actually, I do. It's this weird tape. Where is it? P. Diddy's on it. No joke. Where is it? It's like the Police 97, something like that. It's somewhere in here. Come on, where are you? Can't find it. Unless I just don't have it in here. Where did I put it? There it is. Yeah, it's Stinging the Police, this one. If you read on the back, I'll read it for you. Yeah, Puff Daddy remix of Roxanne on it. So it doesn't have the original Roxanne, it's got the P. Diddy version of Roxanne. Can't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, that's the closest thing I got. Malo was born in 1934. You get up there, Malo. Yeah, but this turntable's from 82. That's why I put that on there, 82 to 83. I'm actually not sure. It's one of those years. So it's one of those years. But actually the paperwork I found on this online, it's from 82. I couldn't find anything from 83. But the seller said it was like, you know, somewhere around there. And then this is from like 2000s, I think. This is like a newer amp. But the amp had a one of the like connectors on the circuit board was like it pulled off the the board. But I just used some super glue and it actually worked. So this thing I fixed with super glue, which is kind of crazy. But it's missing all the knobs. This knob's not original, and these are supposed to be knobs, but I actually taped it up. So tape's on it now. Yeah. Yeah, these are fun. This one I got fixed though. This one needs belts. The real Fisher, that's what it is. This one's pretty nice. This one. The buttons feel really nice. Yeah, but there it is. I'll just show you the turntable spinning because the light's pretty cool on it. The nice little timer light. But this thing just sounds incredible. And of course got the cover on it. Yeah, what do you guys think though? Pretty nice, right? Alright. Yeah, so that's pretty much. I use that to listen to everything. I used to have Spotify hooked up to it, but that got kind of boring. And make things interesting. Yeah, the tapes are fun. I don't mind working on them either. Yeah, so that JVC deck, I bought that. It was like $40, I think, a couple years ago. That's the I'm trying to think. Oh, well, I had another JVC. It's like a 90s one. That's what I used for the that was my receiver. And I kind of had those paired, but that JVC one was only like 100 watt. But then I got the 300 watt one that makes a huge difference, and just the clarity's a lot better. Sounds real nice with the Sony speakers. Yeah, I might do some live streams just working on those. I think I did one way back with the JVC. Maybe just putting it back together. But I got the Nico to work on the transistor, soldering the transistor. Yeah, I was crazy in Spotify. I was getting a ton of hours. But that's my new Spotify now. I just buy tapes from, thrift stores and Savers and wherever. Like 50 cents to $1, so I don't really care. Even though I already have like 200 tapes now. Oh yeah, it gets loud. I mean I don't know how much the phone does it justice. Yeah, I'm real happy with my setup. I mean, I'm always searching for different speakers and all that stuff. I found these 15-inch ones that are realistic. I was thinking about getting them. I don't know though if they'll beat these Sonys. These Sonys, made me happy. They're not like vintage, but they're pretty good. Like the Technics ones above it, those are vintage. Yeah, I'll definitely do more, stuff with that. It's a lot of fun, the stereos. I could literally just do, like, if I pick up cassettes. Because every cassette now, because you know how old these things are. Not to call you guys old, but the, the little felt pads that keep the, tape, in line and pressured. These things just, the adhesive they used, every single one, you can't find one that's actually like adhesed. So you gotta reglue them, especially if they sit and stuff. I could do a live stream just regluing all the ones that aren't glued in. But here's a blank I actually picked up. These C90s, UDXL2s, Maxell. These things are pretty sweet. They're the best sounding tapes I got. Right here. They sound pretty good. They sound pretty much almost like a, album that you get. And they match my player pretty well. Because how they tune from the factory, there's a lot to it. Because, you know, you have different biases and stuff, how it tapes the, you know, or how they tune it to the tape for recording and all that stuff. There's a lot into the audio recording. But these things just match, you know. They hook up with the tape pretty well, or the tape deck. Sound pretty nice when you record on them. Hey guys, so it's 11:30. I think it's safe to say, you know, wrapped it up pretty late. Got a good over an hour in. That was a goal. Yeah, but you know, tomorrow I'll probably get some, you know, running in. I'll think of something for a video. I'll try to get creative. I think I got a good idea. Hope I can, you know, get a good outcome out of it. I got something special planned, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. Getting real creative with this video. Yeah, it's great to talk to you guys. Yeah, thank you, Rocky, for sticking around. I hope your tooth feels better. Chino, OG, Logan, Michelle, of course, Malo. Alright, yeah, I'll pretty much sign off here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, stay tuned for more, of course. Don't forget to, you know, like it for Ducky. Or dislike it, 'cause, you know. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, thank you so much for the company. Really appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. I'll see you later.